Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Haru, and welcome to another exciting edition of Ask an Aquarius. Okay, so I got a message, guys. I got a couple messages from this guy actually. He's an Aries, and he's irritated, and I'm amused because he's dealing with an Aquarius. And he said to me, the first thing he said was, "She's acting up." And I started laughing, and I'm like, "We all act up." So if you're going to date an Aquarius, you're going to have to get past that part. So he said that she's acting up. He said that basically she is ghosting him. She come around when she feel like it. She responds when she feels like it. She's still seeing other men, which they did agree to, that they would both see other people. But he thought that by now, it's been like 3 months, that she would be more into him by now, you know? And he really likes her and he really wants to be with her, but she's being very distant. So he said to me, "How do you know if an Aquarius is falling in love with you?" And I'm like, okay, there are some signs that I can reveal to you. The first sign is that they will stop ghosting you. If an Aquarius is ghosting you, they're not in love with you or they're fighting being in love with you. One of the two. And generally, when we stop fighting or when we fall in love with somebody and we're admitting it to ourselves and going forward with it, we stop ghosting. Ghosting is something that we do in the very beginning when we're keeping you at an arm's distance. When we're keeping you back like that, we ghost. You know, we disconnect sometimes to let you know that you're still over there, you know? So if an Aquarius is ghosting you, it means that, you know, if they're still ghosting you, they're not in love with you or they haven't allowed themselves, they haven't admitted it to themselves, they're not okay with it yet, you know? So immediately when they're okay with it, when they've decided, yes, I'm going to go with this, they stop ghosting immediately. They start being available all the time. Well, not all the time, but all the time they can be. Because Aquarius are usually very busy. So they start making time for you is the point. And whereas before they might not have made as much time. They might not have even tried before. To be honest with you, we really don't even try. But when we like you, we start to really try and we start to really want to spend time with you. It's like a magnet where we're drawn to you. So it's the exact opposite of ghosting you. We start to make time. We start to, you know, inbox you in the morning and at night. Good morning, good night, you know, that kind of thing. We become a lot more consistent with that energy, and you hear from us a lot more. You see us a lot more, and we're not gone for large periods of time. A lot of Aquarius to be gone, you know, for a month, a week, a day, hours in a day. We stop that. After a while, we're around all the time, you know, when we can be, obviously. A lot of Aquarius have a lot of interests, like a job, maybe writing a book, their friends, you know, humanitarian, community service kind of stuff. A lot of Aquarius have a lot of things to do. But if we're purposely making time to be with you, if we're allotting like a day that's yours or time to hit you up or something like that, that's an Aquarius that is into you and is really liking you and really trying to build something with you. We don't give any effort really to that when we don't feel that or when we're trying to keep you, like I said, at that arm's distance. So that's the biggest sign. That's the top one if we're giving time to you. Then if an Aquarius woman is vulnerable with you, she starts to, you know, like talk about her feelings, talk about her past, talk about what's going on in her life, talk about her problems, talk about that kind of stuff. She's really feeling you and she's really bonding with you because she's letting you in. Aquarius keep everybody outside of the wall. You know, we're friendly and we're polite and we're kind and we're helpful, but most people are outside that wall. We come out the wall to deal with them and then we go back in. We come out the wall and then we go back in the wall. You know, no matter how many people think they're in the wall, usually it's like one or two people in the wall and everybody else is on the other side. And we'd be like, hey, I'll be out in a minute. You know, that's the Aquarius. So if we open the door and let you in the wall, let you behind them and, you know, let you pass the moat, we put down the drawbridge. Oh my God, you're in there like Vladimir. She really likes you. She's really into you. You know, if you got like a key to an Aquarius's home, That's big. That's huge. If you have the key, or if you have, like, her password to something, those are the kind of things that Aquarius keep secret. We're very secretive with our belongings. And if we let you in, if you can see, like, private things about us, if you know where we keep our money, if we let you in on private stuff like that, then we love you, we trust you, and we're letting you in. And it's best you not to fuck that up. It's best, because once an Aquarius loses trust, it's hard to get back to trust. It's easier to get it the first time. The second time is a doozy. So that's how the vulnerability lets you in on the problems, that kind of thing. Also, an Aquarius will stop hiding parts of themselves. Like, sometimes we're into things that we won't tell our lover we're into, because they might think it's weird, or they might not, like, for instance, I know somebody who's into tarot. Me and her talk about tarot all the time. She's an Aquarius, but she's just getting into, like, spirit and spirituality. So she doesn't tell people she's into tarot. She doesn't tell people that that's her thing, something that she really hides from people. But if that's something she revealed to a lover, that's a lover that she really trusts. She really trusts them in on her, her little eccentric secrets and things along those lines. An Aquarius that loves you is usually very generous with you. We're usually very, very generous with the people that we love. We give them, like, all kinds of stuff. It depends on the Aquarius, but different ones of us are more generous than others. But money, gifts, usually Aquarius give a lot of gifts. We'll give you presents or monetary presents. Like, we give things. Think about Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey is a great example of that. She's always giving gifts to people. Like, she gives away cars and baskets and, all kinds of stuff. Whenever Oprah does something, she gives a bunch of gifts. When she built that school for those girls in Africa, she gave them all this stuff for their rooms and all this stuff, That's us. We're extremely generous. And money and possessions and things like that, we like that kind of stuff, but it's not the end of the world to us. So it's nothing for us to just give. That's nothing. We'll give and give. We don't care. Long as we have enough for us, you can have some too. We're very generous in that way. And the more we love someone, the more stuff we give them. The more, money we give them, the more things we give them. One time Oprah gave Stedman, I forgot how many millions of dollars it was, but it was on TV, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, she gave him all that money." And I'm like, that no money don't mean nothing to her. It don't mean nothing to her, and he probably needed it for something, and she gave it to him as a gift for Christmas or something. Everybody was up in arms about it, and I was like, that's Aquarius. She's in love with him. She loves him, or she's in love with him, or one or the other, or both. I mean, that's the Aquarius. So if an Aquarius is in love with you or falling in love with you, these are the things you will notice immediately. They might even become more romantic. Some of us are traditional romantics and will become more romantic. We'll want to do more romantic things. Those kind of things that come out. And also we'll want to have sex. We'll want to have sex a lot. And most Aquarius like to have sex, but we don't like to just have sex with anybody. We don't just like, one of the things I always tell people is I hate empty sex. I hate empty sex, friends with benefits and shit. Like, I hate that. I hate sex with somebody that's not going anywhere. I hate that. One night stands. And not to say that I haven't had these experiences, because I have had these experiences. That's how I know I don't like them. So for me, when I have sex with somebody, it's going somewhere. So I have feelings for them, and we're going to build something, or we're in the process of building something, then I want to have sex with them. And usually all of the time. So an Aquarius who is falling in love with somebody may become even more sexual. As the feelings intensify, we may become more sexual, which is kind of cool, and more exploratory in sex, because we might not be as exploratory at first. We become more exploratory. We're very exploratory, period. We're into unusual things and trying bondages and trying whipped creams, and we're into stuff like that. And the more that we become comfortable and in love with the person, the more so. So those are the ways that you can tell if an Aquarius is falling in love with you. All those things start to happen. And we start to introduce you to people that mean something to us. We don't introduce people in our family, for example. Like, people will have dated me and have never met my daughter. Never met my mama, never seen my sister. If you haven't met the people in my life, then you're not in there, romantically speaking. So you're still on the outside. You know, if you don't know the people that I roll with, if you've never been to my personal space, these are the kind of things that can tell you if an Aquarius loves you. They're taking you around their family, introducing you to their child, bringing you to their home all the time. They're welcoming you in energetically, symbolically, physically. You know, an Aquarius that loves you is welcoming you in. An Aquarius who does not love you, or is still in the process of fighting loving you, because remember, we go through these stages. The first stage is detachment. When you first meet an Aquarius, we're detached, we're doing us. You can come hang if you want to, but it's no big deal. The second stage of that is when we go into being a lot more warm with the other person. Okay, so you go through these stages. At first we're very detached, and then we gradually come closer and closer and closer to you. And once we're close to you, we're letting you in, we're spending time with you, all that kind of stuff, then you know your Aquarius is in love with you. And the Aquarius will tell you. But remember, between detached and letting you in is a stage that most Aquarius go through called fighting. Most Aquarius will fight. When I first realized I love somebody or I'm falling in love with somebody, my first reaction is fuck. You know, that's the first thing. We fight it at first. It's like, oh, damn, here this shit go. Because we know what's coming. We know the vulnerability is coming. You know, we know the feelings are coming. Here come these feelings. We know what's coming. So the first thing we do in most cases is fight it. Even if we're open to it, a lot of times we'll fight it. Because the question is this right? Is this person right? Well, let me slow down and see. Because the last time I moved too fast, like we'll always go to that, hold up, whoa, right after the detached energy. So the detached one happens first. Then we fight ourselves. Then we give in. That's how it goes. Once we can justify to ourselves that it's okay to love the person, that's it. That's all it takes. That's all it takes for us. Once we let it go, it's like, okay. Up until that point, we keep ourselves pretty much in check. And then after that, we go in. So similarly, if you're with an Aquarius and you don't want them to fall in love with you, when you see them going through this process of coming closer to you, stop. Just tell them to stop. Because if you tell an Aquarius in that part of the process that that's not where you're going, that's not where you want to go, then they'll stop, you know. But you need to stop it there. Don't awaken love in a person that you don't want to be with, Aquarius or not. That's one thing I've seen a lot of men do specifically. I've seen some women do it too, some treacherous women. But I see a lot of men do this all the time, just in general. You awaken love in a woman that you know you don't want to be with. Male or female, gay or straight, bi, trans, cis, whatever you are, don't do that. Don't awaken love in a person you don't want to be with. Let it be known. Keep your distance. Keep that, keep that blockage up that all you want is physicalities, And I would recommend not even being physical with the person you don't want to be with. But that's another video. I think I already did that video. But the bottom line is don't awaken love in a person you don't want to be with. If you know that it's not going to go where you want it to go, or that y'all shouldn't go where it's going, don't awaken love in them, especially in an Aquarius. Because once an Aquarius loves you, it's very hard for them to leave you. It's hard for them to let go of you once they're in love with you. It's easy in the beginning. It's easy to flee. But once we have feelings for somebody and we love somebody and we're invested in somebody, that's why it takes so much to get a commitment out of us. Because we know that once we do it, it's like impossible to walk away from. We'll do it. We will walk away because we're just that detached that we'll figure out how to do it. But it's going to ache. It's going to ache, like ripping your heart out your chest with your bare hands. And we already know that. So we don't want to go through that. It's easier to not get attached at all, than it is to fall in love and have to detach later. So the Aquarius is already aware of how we feel about that. Okay? If you like this video, please hit that like button and share it with others. See you later. Bye-bye.